Welcome back to Best Conversations Podcast. I am your host, Killer TV, High Definition Vaughn. Killer be the name. Don't ask how I got it. Live again at TMG Studios, holding me down. Thanks everybody for checking out the last episode. Shout out to my dog AJ. Shout out to the team, VI Rello. Them boys busy as hell. So hopefully we can get them boys back here soon. But today we rocking with the home team. When I say home team, I really mean home. You know what I mean? If y'all don't know, I was born in New York City, but I was raised in a little ass town called Wagram, North Carolina. My family moved to the South in 1992, and that's pretty much where I reside. But if you don't know Wagram, you probably know just a little bit bigger city called Laurinburg, which is interesting place to say the least, but that's home for me. You know what I mean? And I feel like Best Conversations, like people probably say I don't, have enough Laurinburg people on, or I don't do enough for the crib. So, you know what I mean? I've reached out to people from Laurinburg. I've done my part. Trust me, I've done my part and try to get Laurinburg people on this thing. My boy Money Mitch, come on, boy. Get new project out right now. I want to see you on the couch here soon, my boy. Everybody that's holding it down for Laurinburg, much love, much salute. Everybody that's done things in Laurinburg. Shout out to Holly Taylor that, played in the NFL. Quentin DeBerry that's been on this program before. Crazy thing though, I've never dated a girl from Laurinburg, crazy enough.
For real?
Never dated anybody from Laurinburg. I didn't really start catching my stride in life until I moved to Greensboro.
Okay.
Whole nother story. But anyway, man, thank y'all for tuning in, tapping in the Best Conversations Podcast. We'll get to my guest here in a second, But you know how we like to kick this thing off with the question of the week. This week's question of the week is a simple one. What keeps you motivated? What it is? Like what do you do to keep your motivation every day? It'll be Monday before you know it. What gets your ass out that bed when that alarm clock gets to ringing, and even though you sleepy as hell, what is it? For me, personally, it would probably have to be my children. Seeing my kids never have to struggle, never have to, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I struggled. I grew up struggling or a hard time or anything like that. But there's a lot of things I wanted as a kid that, my parents probably couldn't afford or whatever, but I still had a pretty good life. But making sure my kids never have to struggle and, can, do whatever, they proceed and want to do. That's definitely keeps me motivated, you know what I mean? And my wife as well, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what keeps me motivated. All right, let's get into it. Best Conversations Podcast. I said we doing it for the home team this week. We taking it home from Laurinburg, North Carolina. I've been trying to get my boy on here on this couch for a second. You know what I mean? You might have seen him on the 50th episode, but he's back. Let's do it for my dog, O-Dot, and he brung a friend, his son. Shxd. What's up, fellas?
What's good?
How y'all doing, man?
We blessed, man. We blessed.
Yeah. Properly introduce yourself, man, to the people who might not know, man.
My name O-Dot. I'm from a little small town from Laurinburg. Not really nobody special. Just a guy that's been through a lot. That's it.
Yeah, man, I go by Shxd. I got a clothing brand named Shxd Apparels. Make sure y'all tapping it on Instagram. Shxd Apparels with an X.
All right, that's what we doing, man. Before we get there, O-Dot, man, you is somebody I heard the name before I even ever seen the face. You know what I mean? That's how your name kind of rings off in Laurinburg, man. Let's go back a little bit, man. What was life like for you early days in the LBG? And what part of the LBG are you from? Like,
I'm from I kind of stomped around a little bit all the way, like across the tracks, whether it be Duncan Smith, Trailer Stove, Beta Street, you know what I'm saying? But I really put it down in Maduffy Village. You know what I'm saying? From 19, I think I landed in the village like around about 92.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, around about 92.
And what young, you know what I mean, being young and running around, then what was the scene looking like back then? Like
Well, I'm originally from Newark, New Jersey.
okay.
By the time I had got the Lombard and was moving around, cause a lot of people don't know it, but I really started off like heavily into school.
Okay.
Like I was an AB honor roll student, academically gifted. I think before they labeled it academically gifted, it was gifted and talented.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of like by the time I came to Lombard, I was already shaped to what I wanted to be, but I couldn't express it because what my mom wanted me to be.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I came up in that era where like you had to sneak and listen to NWA.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like you had to sneak and listen to that. But Lombard at a young age, it was a mixture. You had some people that wanted to be, that was influenced by the New York culture. You got some people that was influenced by the Jersey culture. And you got some people that was influenced by like, the South.
Absolutely. That's the crazy thing about North Carolina, man. It's like a gumbo. Like even when Andre said the South got something to say, like I felt them, but in North Carolina we listen to Wu-Tang,
right,
and we gonna listen to Outkast, and we gonna listen to No Limit. Like we gonna listen to everything, and people come down to North Carolina and get a lot of money with us. You know what I mean? Because it's a great market because it's kind of in the middle, and you know what I mean, we listen to everything. What was like, you do music, what was some of the first musical inspirations in your life?
Eric B. and Rakim.
Eric B. and Rakim.
Yeah, I used to dig Eric B. and Rakim. Not more so Eric B. because he wasn't really talking.
Right.
But like Rakim because he was saying something and he made you think about like what he was saying.
Yeah.
And he never cursed.
Yeah.
So back then that's when
Rakim never cursed?
Nah.
I ain't never peeped that.
Nah. And most of the people in Jersey was God bodies.
Mm-hmm.
God bodies are Muslim.
Yeah.
So I understood the language, what he was saying, and then like the gold ropes and the Gumby haircuts and flat tops and all that. It was, he was, you know what I'm saying? And I used to love how he was always serious. That was intriguing to me.
Yeah, I ain't never seen Rakim like joking around. Everything super serious.
He had that slang, deep concentration, because I'm no comedian. That was my thing.
Yeah, right, Kim. If you know anything about Laurinburg, heavily driven by sports, mostly high school football. Was you into like the sports, football, any of that?
I was, be honest with you, my main thing was baseball.
Word.
When I was young, like I used to go against the Brent Butlers. You know what I'm saying? Them boys like that. I think they made it pro too.
Yeah, I think so.
Like
maybe.
I used to be on a team and I used to always want to compete.
Yeah.
Against them.
Yeah.
And my mom, you know what I'm saying, God bless her soul, she would always cheer me on and make me, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to, that was my thing because she played softball.
Okay.
So I wanted to do like what she was doing. But yeah, I was into sports for a little while, man, but by the time I was like 9 or 10, that was over.
Yeah, baseball was the first thing for me too. Oh, like, yeah, I was like, cause in the 90s, bro, like, you know what I mean, it was mad black baseball players. I mean, and if you in Laurinburg, we catching the Braves, you feel me? Like, you know what I mean? We catching the Braves. So baseball was was definitely first for me too.
I was heavy in them baseball cards too. I still
Yeah.
got them now. Well, my mom sold it. I had like a 1957 Willie Mays card. That joint was like $30,000. My mom sold that joint.
Damn. So when is the pivot where you felt like the streets took over? Like, you know what I mean, where you kind of got into the streets?
I would say about 10, cause like I said,
Jumped off the porch early.
man, I was already off the porch in Jersey. But when it came to Lombard, my mom's was working at J.P. Stevens. So one day I was in the crib doing my homework, and I heard somebody screaming, "No, no, no," and I heard a noise. So when I ran out there, you know, I see my mom. My mom had been working at J.P. Stevens for a minute, and they had just fired her. You feel what I'm saying? So I went from wearing Tommy Hilfiger, Nautica, now I got to shop at Walmart. And my mom's was struggling in that. So when I go outside, and I go to Medina Village and all that, I see, you know, the
What's
hustlers.
going on out there? Yeah.
Right. And they already knew me because, you know what I'm saying, like, I always had a squad with me, my team, my homies or whatever, and we was always, you know what I'm saying, getting into stuff. So they already knew me. So that's when it was like, yo, I want to make some money. So it went from $25 off a 100 pack. You know what I'm saying? I did that a little bit. Make a little money, give my mom some money, or my way of helping my moms out.
Now, did your mom know what you was out there doing?
Nah.
She just seen the money and just
And that's what I was gonna tell you. My way of helping my mom out was to not ask her for nothing.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I would get shoes, I would buy myself shoes, and when she asked me where they come from, I would say somebody let me wear them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was around about like 10, 11, but around about 12, 13 is when I started to get a little smarter, and I had about 3 or 4 guys under me. So now the older guys that was looking out for me, we was getting a little aggressive with them. And, you know, they would go to jail and stuff would happen. So now this our block. You know what I'm saying? So when I put together my little team, I would get with my cousin, you know what I'm saying? He changed his life now, you know what I'm saying? You know Big T from Law Hill?
Nah, I probably know when it comes to Scotland County people.
Yeah.
I probably know him by face.
Well,
Like,
I'm saying, he was a big guy down
and
there.
I went to Carver too.
He just came home. He had like 2 life sentences in the feds. He beat that, so he got a big truck coming now. But anyway, he wouldn't mind me telling the story. But I started going back and forth from New York with them at 13. So I would have like 1,300. So when we get back to Lombard, I'm like 13, I might buy an ounce. So back then, you know, you could make like 4,500 off an ounce. Once I seen my first $5,000, like 13, it was over.
Wow.
It was over.
It was because the crazy thing about it is I lived in Wagram, and you know, the street shit was definitely out there, but not as crazy as in, you know, what the hell was going on in Laurinburg. So what would you say? When would you say did you start getting into the music? Was you out there doing your thing and still fucking with the music?
Bruh, honestly, I never even thought about doing music till I got out of prison in 2011.
Really?
Never. It was one dude. I used to always listen to rap. You know what I'm saying? Listen to music. But as far as like me trying the music, bro, I never you know who influenced me to rap?
Who that?
Merk.
Wow.
Merk Marciano, my boy to this day. That was when it come to rap, that's my OG. Cause I never like took rap serious. I used to be in prison on the yard. That was the thing, you know what I'm saying? Cause I was competitive. You feel me? But I would call home and try to battle Brock. You know Brock.
Yeah.
Try to battle all them guys because I thought I was nice. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But when it came to me putting and formatting a song together, when I first came home, I started rapping like Willie D because I ain't know what to do. But nah, I never really wanted to be no rapper. I was, I ain't never want to be. I never even thought about that.
As you're in your darkest moments, during your time, back to kind of the question of the week, what kept you motivated? You know what I mean?
You talking about for the homicides or what?
Yeah, I
Because
didn't.
I went to prison like 3 times.
Okay.
For the last,
Well, when did you say when whatever your last stint was in prison that you said like, this is the time I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna get this shit together and I'm gonna go full-fledged music, do what I gotta do, business, because you're a business owner as well. In your darkest times in there, like, when did it hit you? You know what I mean?
I think like because when I caught the homicides, I had I went on the run for a little while.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
I remember that.
So when I was in Jersey, I was you know what I'm saying, I was getting a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, 'cause I went back to my block where I was from. Some folks knew my situation. They, they don't care. So I started getting money, and I had told myself, like, if I ever get another chance at freedom, what I was gonna do. But to be honest with you, I never, because I had 2 capital murders, 4 attempted murders, and 3 attempted kills. I never really thought that I was gonna be free again. I just knew that I was gonna change my life wherever I was at. You feel what I'm saying? Because I had been doing the street shit ever since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I just like, if I change my life, where if I get a chance to see something different, you know what I'm saying? Because they were saying that the police was gonna kill me and all that right there. I was just like, I'm gonna do something different. And when I went to prison, I used to hang around guys that had like a lot of time, like 1,000 years.
What was your tour like? What was what cities?
prison?
Yeah, what cities was you in?
In prison?
Yeah.
I done been all over. As far as like, I did most of my time in maximum security. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
what cities though? Like everything in North Carolina?
yeah, everything in North Carolina. I mean, when the feds caught me, I was in Jersey.
Okay.
So the U.S. Marshals brought me back down, and since then I was just in North Carolina, maximum security prison. That just maximum security. But what keep me motivated, man? To be honest with you, I think my motivation is my mom's.
Okay.
Like, and she passed right now, and it's just like, even like from her grave, she motivate me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I know how to do nothing else but be motivated. It's just I've been trying to figure that out, bro. But it's just something that always keep me motivated.
When you go back to Laurinburg and you look at the youth, do you try to get them? Do you try to get them guys some encouraging words?
All the time.
You know what I mean?
All the time.
Cause y'all know, man, Laurinburg a crazy motherfucker, man. That's a crazy place, man. And I mean, that's the crib, but you know what I mean? It was like one little minute for a second, that motherfucker was just so turned up, and I was like, what the hell going on down there, boy?
You know the crazy thing about it though, bro, I don't even look at it like that.
Really?
No, I don't even, cause this is what I feel, right? He from Laurinburg. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
At the same time, I feel like that the difference between a kid that's in the Hamptons and that's in Laurinburg is the information.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when I was in prison, they thought they was sending me to the state pen. But in my mind, I was in Penn State. I didn't even know my Social Security number when I went there.
Really?
I swear to God, I ain't had no reason to use it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to fill out an application. I didn't know how to do nothing. I learned all of that. Every class that they had in prison, I took it. You know what I'm saying? Got an associate's degree in prison, all of that. Because once I knew that I wasn't gonna get the death penalty, I started preparing to get out. And not just get out. Because I mean, it's easy. Like, it's nothing. I could get kilos of cocaine right now. Like, but what is that? You know what I'm saying? What is that when I tell my son, yo, this what you need to do, and he see me doing this? But yeah, the difference between the kid in the Hampton and the Lombard, man, is the information. When like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the guys that I be around or that I deal with or that I talk to and that I really care about, they just me all over again. So it's like the people that people are scared of, I love them. Like, I don't have that problem. I never been robbed. Somebody never pulled a gun out on me. And you know yourself, I'm always in the trenches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the trenches, not riding past or nothing. I'm always there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Lombard is, it is what it is, but there's some great people there as well. You know what I mean? It's not all what they may seem. I mean, do crazy shit do go on, but you know what I mean. It's always been all love every time I've been to Lombard. I don't get back as much as I need to anymore because my parents don't even live there anymore. So that's a whole nother story. Now to you, Shxd, watching your father incarcerated. What's going on in your mind, in your head? You know what I mean?
You mean as he was?
Yeah.
Really just seeing how I was gonna take care of my mom. To be honest, like me and my brother, just seeing how I was gonna take care of my mom. And that was just with sports, mainly. Yeah, just with football.
Word. So you play for Scotland?
Nah, I ain't play for Scotland.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. So as we pivot and you come out, you start grind mode.
Right.
You start going crazy with it. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Cord.
Can't leave out Merk.
Yeah, can't leave out Merk.
Because it started off with me and Merk. You know what I'm saying? But it was like at the time when I came out, bro was trying to school me how to do it like this. But once again, I'm a hustler. Every day I'm watching Yo Gotti, Jeezy. I'm like, these some dope boys. We gonna do it like this. So we had our differences and went our separate ways. And Cord is my cousin, and I knew he was rapping. He wanted to rap. I was trying to mold it so Cord could be the star.
Right.
And I could be behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But I knew I had the streets.
Right.
So that's how, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make sure Merk get his props because he definitely put in a lot of work.
You in the trenches, doing videos, dropping songs, you know what I mean, really putting on for the crib. Those first few years, what was your biggest lesson of, jumping into the music business?
Not handling my business. It was really about respect. You feel what I'm saying? Because I felt like my side of town wasn't getting no respect. And when I came home, a lot of the guys was looking like, what we gonna do? And I'm like, this is what we doing. What you like to do? I like to rap. What you like to do? I like to rap. Okay, that's what we doing. Grind mode. That's what we doing. Every day, this the mind frame. And that's what we went with. And I just watched everybody that was successful. They was dropping videos. I found the cameraman and we were shooting videos every weekend. Sometimes we do 2, 3 in a day.
Yeah. Y'all was definitely on it. While you was incarcerated, J. Cole pops off from North Carolina, from Fayetteville, right up the road. What'd you think about what'd you think about J. Cole popping out, kind of being, even though P.D. Pablo's the first, but J. Cole kind of did it more on a kind of broader level. What did you think the first time you heard about J. Cole? Didn't care what?
I ain't gonna say I ain't care, but you know what I'm saying. I was. I couldn't relate.
Couldn't relate.
I could, but it wasn't feeding me.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't feeding what I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like what I was used to, what I was,
Right.
I understood what he was saying.
Right.
And I was proud somebody from North Carolina
Right.
had popped off, you know what I'm saying? I used to pay attention to all of that, but I was more so into Yo Gotti, Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? When Jeezy was like, if it's taking too long to lock up, bring it back. Like I could relate to that because that done happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But one of the biggest person that influenced me on music was Master P.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a No Limit stan.
Yeah.
Like I started getting into the music like 97, 98. Because before that, I was just listening to shit on the radio type shit. But as far as like wanting to go cop an album and do shit like that, it was Master P, Silk the Shocker, Mystical. Like people that watch this podcast know I am a No Limit stan. Like,
Right.
Like and Master P is one of the greatest hustlers ever, and he from the South.
That's
so
what it was.
So you know what I mean. I rock with P, super hard. You know what I mean. When you was doing the grind mode thing, and what's up with grind mode? Is that still?
Yeah, see, like the grind mode is still in effect, but like, I had let my cousin run it. My cousin, my little brother JJ, the one that we talked to, he incarcerated now, handed everything over to him. And just be honest with you, man, we was going so hard, and a lot of people hadn't seen it before, and a lot of jealousy and a lot of, street shit started happening. So the feds started investigating us as a gang and stuff like that. And I got a whiff of it, so I just moved back from it because I felt like it wasn't worth me being away from my kids. That's it. But grandma's still a fact. Everybody knows what's up with it, but you know what I'm saying? That's why you seen it and then just, you know what I'm saying? But still doing the same thing. You might see a lot of. I work with a lot of artists from Lombard right now.
Name a couple people from Lombard that I should be having my eye on coming
Right
out
now?
soon. Yeah, right now.
Okay, 843 Youngin. He hard. Merc still fire. Little young boys called Risk Takers, J Wick, you know what I'm saying, B-Way, you know Killer, don't you? Young Fame.
Yeah, of course.
He locked up.
Yeah.
He locked up. So let me see. Tracy's son, he just got jammed up. Let me see, man. He not from Lombard, but King Shalik. You feel what I'm saying? D-Nice, he hard. You got Young Spade, you know Jeremy Bethea?
I definitely know Jeremy Bethea.
His son, Young Spade.
Jeremy Bethea, the boxer.
Yeah, his son, Spade, he hard.
I gotta get Jeremy on the pod, man.
You got Mud Baby. It's a couple of them young boys, they really putting it down now. You know what I'm saying? They putting it down.
Now how proud are you when you look at the next generation, you see your son right here and he doing his thing with his clothing line. How proud are you, man?
Man, honestly, nothing he does like amazes me. Because like this is not even being arrogant or nothing. Like I really feel like he a genius. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm super duper proud of him. If you look at all my shows, my YouTube page, I'm always rocking his clothes. It's just like, man, just what amazes me It's how he sits back there in the room and creates this, goes through his whole process. As much as I want to have an influence on it, I get it when it get like this. And once it hit the streets, it's over. They eat it up.
So Shxd, how does a young man like yourself have this idea for a clothing line?
You know, just ever since a kid, he the one that put me on, like, knowing how to dress, like, every day, waking up for school. As a, like, real little kid, he made the outfits for me and stuff like that. So I really got it from him. And then as I grew up, just like watching him make music videos, just looking at everybody else's style, and just as of artists, as they seeing their fashion taste and stuff like that, it kind of just made me grow into like being more in fashion with it, basically.
How would you describe your fashion sense?
Just, I say, be yourself and just don't care what anyone says about it.
And I can really respect that a lot from y'all generation. Is y'all just do y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all just do y'all. When me and O was coming up, everybody kind of looked alike. We wearing the Tommy, the FUBU, the Rockaware. Everybody is looking just alike. You know what I mean? Y'all generation do not care. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all gonna do y'all. Y'all chilling. Y'all Yeezy slides. Y'all, you know what I mean? Whatever. Y'all really chilling. I can really appreciate that about y'all. Varsity Boys, the clothing brand. Talk about that. Talk about the name and the designs. Let's see if we can get a close up on this. All right, Varsity Boys. Talk about that.
I say Varsity Boys just it just came up. It just came to me. Like, I was just thinking about football, and it just, I guess it was just.
Is that Scarf is cutting you off? That Extension? What's his name?
Oh, X. Nah, but as I made a design, it kind of made me think of like, yo, they look like X, yeah.
Now go ahead.
But the piece of the clothing Varsity Boys, it was basically just hear no evil, see no evil, basically. Yeah. So it just came to me, honestly, like just like a lot of like this design right here, that design, this design just came in. It just popped up in my head randomly, like, I don't know, it's just crazy. And
this is more than just putting your name and stuff on the shirt, man. This really takes time, man. This the design, like go through your process a little bit of like, did you sketch all this out, or how this happens?
Yeah, I did sketch this out. It was just like a late night thought. Like, I was just drawing, and then it just, I just made the I guess my head, it just said just put 3 people on it and make them like say that they died in a horrible way, and they was like on a football team, basically.
Yeah, super tough. How can the people get their hands on some of this Varsity Boys?
Oh, on my Instagram or on my TikTok, same thing. Shxd Apparels, SHAD apparels on Instagram, and the link is in the bio for the merch.
I love the hoodie too.
Oh yeah, man! I just put this there. I mean, just what it is. Like,
now you got your own sweatshop? Like, you working out of the crib? Like, how's all this work?
Oh, I got some manufacturers that like, we got a good connection with my manufacturers, so they just make it for me.
Okay, yeah, man. Everybody definitely please tap in, because it's some high quality, and it's definitely dope. Back to you, O. Cross the Track TV. Speak about that, man. You done jumped in my lane now. You in my lane now with the media. giving these guys light and stuff like that. So let's talk about Cross the Track TV, man. What's going on with that?
To be honest with you, man, it was like, it goes back to what I was telling you about respect. Like,
Question before you go. One of my biggest questions: loyalty or respect? For both of y'all, what would you rather have? Loyalty or respect? Respect. Yeah. What about you?
Loyalty.
Loyalty.
Yeah. Loyalty.
Why loyalty over respect?
Just don't want to get backdoor. Just loyalty. Like, just stay with me. No, like, I want to trust you to be with me. Yeah, like, trust that you'll never do me wrong.
And why respect over loyalty?
I don't trust nobody. So if you respect me, you know that at any point, like, the presence of danger is there. So you respecting me is gonna force your loyalty.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But it's like, I think it's like two different perspectives. Loyalty to me is like too dependent upon another person's actions. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah, because I'm the same way, man. I ain't never really ever tripping on people being loyal to me but respecting me is I'm never gonna go as far as what T.I. say. I don't know what you do for your respect, but I'm gonna die for mine. I don't know if I'm gonna die for it, but I'm definitely gonna let people know I ain't never been the cat to play with. You know what I mean? And so long as the respect is always there, we can always rock. We can, you know what I mean? You can move over. You can move how you move over there. I can move how we move over here. We can respect each other, and you know what I mean. We don't even have to talk or whatever. You know what I mean. As long as the respect is there, it's always good with me. So definitely respect over loyalty. So back to Cross the Tracks TV. I'm sorry to go off on a tangent.
Yeah. Like I said, everything, even with that, it's about respect. And the way, like, as far as like my life and my mind frame was going, I wasn't gonna be able to be in the hood, in the trenches like I wanted to be. So, and to do the things that I wanted to do. So I wanted to take where I was from, that mind frame, and let the world hear it. And let the world know where I'm from while engulfing on my new path. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people always say, man, you don't do nothing but bring Cross the Track artists on there, on my show. But it's not that. It's just, I got a special connection with them. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to give certain people, like, just give a certain outlet to different type of people.
Now, will this just be musicians, or are we going to get long form interviews as well, or it's just all rappers, or what?
I'm gonna tell you this. I got episodes coming out about domestic violence. I got episodes coming out about credit, how we don't take credit important in the black community. Got episodes dropping about life insurance. You know what I'm saying? I got episodes dropping out about healthy eating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got it's like, honestly, that's why I was telling you, like, when I took it back to like me being an AB honor roll student, my mom made sure I was a well-versed person. But if you say my name wherever you say it at, they gonna tell you, they face expression gonna tell you how they feel about me.
And a lot of times y'all got to remember, I'm not the same guy that you used to remember. Like, I'm not the same Vaughn the same Vaughn you met in 03 is not the same Vaughn you looking at now. Y'all, people have to remember that. like if you ever hit me and talk about, stuff we did in the past, that's cool, but just remember I'm not there no more. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people just get caught up in the, that's who you once was. That's not who I am today. You know what I mean? So a lot of people remember that. Like I'm not the same Von that you knew one time ago. You know what I mean? 38, I'm seasoned. You know what I mean? For real, for real.
I think, man, you know what? Like, I think people, when it comes to me, I used to wonder about that. I used to be like, okay, I done took my own money. Like how you see all the football teams in Lombard, I been did that.
Yeah.
I took like 10, like
The
10.
The AAU football thing that's going on right now.
Before it was AAU. You feel what I'm saying? I took my own money, didn't charge, like I didn't allow the newspapers and all that to come and be involved because I felt like they was gonna try to dictate what I was doing. You feel what I'm saying? And I didn't allow certain donors to come in because I didn't want them to dictate what I was doing because it wasn't about football with me. It was about getting to know these kids, and that was some of the best moments of my life because I'm going home and I'm watching kids come to practice with no shoes.
Right.
I'm seeing kids come to practice and ain't ate.
Yeah.
All day. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But then when I come back home up this way, I'm seeing my son go to football and everybody is wealthy and all this. So I wanted to let them feel.
Right.
So it got to the point like, after every practice, I'm feeding them, even buying some cleats or whatever. But I used to wonder like, yo, all they know me for is the murder, the this, the shootings, the this. Why they don't see what I'm doing? And I stopped caring.
Yeah,
because I was just doing it from the heart.
And you have to stop caring because I ain't gonna lie, I fell into that trap too of they just remember Kayvon from being whatever I was, wild crazy boy back in the day, and they just act like they forgot what was going on now. But, like I said, belongs to respect there is definitely all good. And I wasn't even aware of all the, things you did in the community with the football.
And I never did it. I see the thing about it, I never wanted the attention. So it never, like, I never wanted to be in the papers, not knocking nobody to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that just wasn't my thing. I just want, like, my whole thing, bro, just to be honest with you, was about showing my mom that, you know what I'm saying, like what she raised was good, and also to show my kids, look, you feel what I'm saying? Like the person that the streets know, they don't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't never seen me with nothing. You know what I'm saying? You see me getting one confrontation?
Yeah.
That's because dude disrespected him and my lady. But the violence and all that, they don't see that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that used to make me wonder, like, yo, why they don't see the good that I'm doing? Then I had to tell myself, look, man, I'm not doing this to get on the pat on the back. This is what I do. And I equate that to what I was telling you about, you know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in a house with domestic violence. And that's one of the things that helped me when I was in prison.
Yeah.
I took a year course of therapy. And I had about domestic violence. So I realized that the reason why I was so protective when you do something to my partner, one of my homies, that I'ma lay in your bushes for like an hour or 2 days until you get home and do something real bad to you, that came from watching my father beat my mom, wishing that I could protect her. So them feelings that I suppressed when I ran in the room, when I became able to be aggressive, that protectiveness came for my homies in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So
I know those stories had to be pretty crazy in the domestic violence class that you was taking.
yeah.
What was your biggest takeaway from that class back then? Because that's something. Because I mean, and I'm glad you're talking
With
about
myself or just all together?
it all together. And I'm glad you're speaking about it on your platform because this is something that we be tearing up our community.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
What I learned with myself, man, was that I had a bunch of core beliefs about myself that was shaped and molded by other people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife, right? My wife is my wife. She not my property. I don't own her.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She's my wife because she chooses to be with me. Mm-hmm. Society tell us, I'm the man of the house. You do as I say. Nah. Before I make any move, I run it past my wife.
You better.
You know what I'm saying?
I know I do.
But the reason why though, because it was times that I don't gotta ask nobody nothing. Mm-hmm. And then when I come back, she said, "I told you." Mm. So before I even do that, what you think?
Yeah, you better.
And we work as a team.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I learned a lot with that, man. I learned a lot, and you know what I'm saying. My lady was there for me for the prison ride too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was there for the prison ride.
Salute. As you go forward, man, you're a young black businessman now. What is your biggest takeaway now when you get into these rooms and you're a businessman and you setting up deals and because I feel like some of that shit we learned in the 90s was bullshit. You know what I mean? All that real nigga shit and all that whatever that was back then. But now when you sit in these rooms and you're a businessman, do I know you take some of that shit from the 90s that the hustle and the mind state, but now you like, man, I gotta you know what I mean, they ain't trying to see all that shit. I'm a businessman.
To be honest with you, I walk in the rooms as me.
Yeah.
Like I'm just me.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if I could change the way I am. See, because I said,
I mean, you could be you, but you know what I mean. But sometimes if people want to do business with you, you definitely got to present yourself a certain way, of course.
See, this the thing that I say about that is this: I create and make myself a commodity.
Right.
It's a reason that I'm in the room.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Work speaks for itself.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong. I ain't moving like, you done seen me. Mm-hmm. When I move, it's at least, 50 us?
Yeah, I can't deep to the 50th episode.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand, whatever the situation calls. If you invite me to your club, it's going to be 100 of us. And what I'm doing is I'm letting you know that I'm bringing a crowd with me. Mm-hmm. And we all paying. So I'm a commodity. Mm-hmm. So I want to be treated a little different.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? At the same time, it's like, when it come to business, I just love to do business. Like this, like coming to do this with you, this is major to me. This is major to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he told me, he said, "Yo, Pops, I don't know if I want to do football like that no more. I just want to do my brand. With me, with him, my kids, whatever you do, we gonna go hard.
Yeah.
We're gonna outwork everybody." Mm-hmm. We've been up since what? 5, 6 this morning? Yeah. He got shows, he got radio interviews tomorrow. Putting myself in these rooms is the same as when I'm going to talk to the plug. Mm. You know what I'm saying? When I used to go to Florida, 15 years old, they know I'm going to do good business. So now it's the same thing. Shrewd negotiations, show you that, you know what I'm saying? I'm a commodity. You feel me? That's how I go in the room. Am I going in the room with a F&N on my waist and all that? Nah, I ain't doing all that. This my F&N now. Mm. You know what I'm saying? So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Top 5, both of y'all, hip hop. No, hold on. Top 5 hip hop, top 5 favorite brands, clothing brands.
Top 5 hip hop.
Top 5 MCs.
Rakim,
Okay.
Cool C.
Cool C, you got to put me up on game. Who is Cool C?
He locked up right now on death row. He was from Philly.
Mm-hmm.
He came out with that song. Ooh, you got it, the glamour.
I definitely know the song.
But he was the fly dude before Jay-Z.
Okay.
He was fly. You know what I'm saying? Say Rakim, Cool C, Cool G Rap.
I got to play more Cool G Rap, man. I've heard so many good things about Cool G Rap, but I never really got into it.
Honestly,
like that. A little before my time.
I can't give you a top. I got to give you a top 5 from a certain era.
Yeah.
Because that era that I'm talking about right there, that's that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Juice Crew. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. KRS-One.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and you put Big and Pac together.
Yeah, because my 5 don't change. Biggie, Pac, Nas, Jay-Z, Jadakiss.
See, that
My
era.
shit don't change.
That era that I just laid, I'm feeling run them like he could.
And my 6-man Tip. T.I.
T.I.?
Yeah, that's my 6-man.
Yeah,
That's my
I
5.
respect.
What's your top 5 clothing brands?
Oh man, 5 gotta be Rick. 4 gotta be Off-White, RP Virgil.
RP version.
You heard of number 9?
Nah, put me up on game.
Number 9 is like I don't think they really make designs anymore, but their designs are very unique. Something that I haven't seen before in a minute. Like they made this one thing. It was like a Mickey Mouse type of design, but it was so simple, but yet so different in the past. Yeah. So then, it's number 9 for sure, and then Undercover, an old brand as well. And then my last 2, it's Miyake. It's like a Japanese brand, and number 1 is mine.
You heard it. Yes, sir. When it's all said and done, question for both of y'all. Oh, how you want your legacy to be remembered? And the same for you, Shxd.
Man, you want to know the truth, man?
Nah, that's what we here for, my boy.
Man, when it comes to my legacy, man, bro, I don't even care. Like, I just want, like, my I know my mom's told me she was proud of me. On my kids, I know my kids proud of me. You know what I'm saying? My lady, you know what I'm saying? And just my neighborhood, my side of town where I'm from, that little section. Other than that, man, I don't, you know, like Jay-Z say, about my life, I just write it in rhymes. If you don't feel me, and if you don't like it, then fine. That's just how I feel. It ain't, you know, because you can't, that's just how I think, bro. I ain't, it's gonna be a legacy, but I don't really know how, you know what I'm saying? I don't think about that. I just probably...
Your story's still being written, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Documentary on the way.
Documentary on the way?
Documentary on the way.
Shxd, you still such a young man. But what would you like your legacy to be when, you know what I mean?
I just want people to remember me by he changed the game by not caring at all what people think about, like the things that he made.
Great trait to have. Not caring, great trait.
Like, I don't care if you get mad, upset. Just know that you know where it came from, and the name is Shxd behind it, behind the design, every single design.
All right, shout outs before we get up out of here.
Man, shout out, you know what I'm saying? Everybody across the track. Shout out the guys that's gonna be tuning in, looking at this behind that wall. Shout out my lady, Sonya, my kids, Kira, Monty, Cash, Shxd. Shout out you for having us.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for
Just
being here.
shout out to the streets, man. Y'all already know we come.
Shout outs.
First and foremost, thank God.
Absolutely.
My dad, making this happen. You for making this happen. My mom, my brother, my homies, for believing in me, telling me to keep going about in my brand and stuff. My grandma, my aunt, and yeah, that's about it.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all again for coming. You always been super solid. You know what I mean? Always been 100, and I appreciate that.
No doubt, bro.
Absolutely. Best Conversations podcast. Yes, sir. We did it for the 910 Laurinburg. See, Laurinburg, I can't act like I don't be having nobody up here. And anybody else from Laurinburg that want to come up here, man, it's quite easy. All you got to do is just hit me. You know what I mean? You can definitely find me on that Facebook, that Instagram, that YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and do all those things you need to do. Thanks to TMG Studios for definitely holding me down. Shout out to Rello, shout out to VI, and we was talking about people behind the wall. Shout out to my little brother Wallace, man. I never shot him out on the pod. He's been behind the wall for a while now. So hold your head, and hopefully one day you'll be out. In this thing the same way every time, man. Keep God first, and I promise everything else will work itself out. Best Conversations podcast.
Let's get it.
And that was amazing.